Welcome back to The Works. Today, we're talking about F1. F1 the movie, rated PG-13, 2 hours, 35 minutes. This is an Apple original film, and it's a sports drama. This is directed by Joseph Kosinski, and it stars Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, and Javier Bardem. Look, I don't know anything about Formula One, but I do know about movies. And F1 the movie is an excellent picture. Brad Pitt stars as Sonny Hayes, a fictional former Formula One racer who can now be found doing endurance racing down at Daytona. His friend, Ruben, Javier Bardem, runs the APX GP F1 team, otherwise known as Apex. They're in a rut. They haven't won any races because their car is inferior compared to the other models on the track. He needs a driver who is skilled enough to overcome their disadvantage and get them across the finish line. Sonny is the only guy Ruben trusts that could do this. At first, Sonny tries to dissuade him, but the offer is just too compelling, and Sonny joins the team. Once there, Sonny meets his teammate Joshua Pierce, Damson Idris. He's young, cocky, and needs coaching he doesn't want. Sonny is the old, and Joshua is the new. Sonny's experience and knowledge begins to cause a rift, and Joshua feels himself threatened by the new addition to the APX lineup. F1 had a long shooting process. Fans of F1 will tell you they have been seeing the film crew for this movie at racing events for what feels like forever. That's because all of the racing sequences in F1 the movie are actually about as real as they could be. Director Joseph Kosinski shot on the actual racetracks themselves, oftentimes during a real race. The production team has managed to get these relatively small IMAX cameras mounted to the vehicles, and the footage they're capturing is beyond thrilling. Joseph Kosinski also directed Top Gun: Maverick, which was another film where the stunts were practical and led to this exhilarating cinematic achievement. This is very much in that same lane. Brad Pitt has never looked more like a movie star. Sonny Moore's rogue, cool, one might say maverick personality, his perfect smile, all portrayed in this sort of effortless way, has never felt so engineered for an actor. I mean, Pitt is such an engrossing screen presence, particularly on the IMAX cameras, which makes him look larger than life during, virtually every moment of this thing. Sonny Hayes has great dialogue throughout this movie, particularly his banter between him and Joshua, but his character feels a bit thin by the end. Damson Idris, a new face, and perfectly cast for that reason, rises to the occasion. Considering some of the names on this call sheet, Idris never feels overshadowed. He's compelling and goes through a great arc and holds his own against Brad Pitt, whom he shares a lot of scenes with. If we're talking about detractors, F1 is a long movie, clocking in at just over 2.5 hours. I didn't know it was that long before I walked in, and without that knowledge, I definitely felt the runtime more than I might have if I knew how long the movie was going into the picture. With that being said, I don't really think there's anything I'd cut out of it either. I mean, the movie uses its runtime very well. There are a lot of big, get your heart racing moments in this. I would see it on the largest screen possible. It is very well done, and the extra couple bucks to see it on the IMAX or Dolby Cinemas is well worth it. You do not need to be a fan of F1, or even need to know anything about this to enjoy it. You may lose out on some of the cookies that they throw in for fans, like the intersplicing of real-life footage with that of the movies, or the random on-screen appearances from the actual Formula One drivers who are sprinkled throughout this thing, but those are kind of insignificant to telling the story. And the story is pretty good. Structurally, I think the movie is predictable to a degree. A lot of these sports films kind of follow a similar arc, but I think this is probably among the best of those, although not the best. From start to finish, I knew where it was going, and I really enjoyed it regardless. So, yeah, go see it. Go see it now. I'm gonna start assigning stars to these things because whenever I write reviews, I always give it a star rating. So, out of 5 stars, F1 the movie clocks in at a solid 4.5. I really enjoyed it. Its one detracting factor really just being its runtime, and that's not even like a wholehearted criticism of it. So I really enjoyed it. I hope you do too. If you have seen F1, what did you think of it? Did you like it? What are your thoughts? Tell me down below. Are you interested in seeing it? If you're not interested in seeing it, why? Could we convince you? I will be back to review Megan 2.0 sometime this weekend. So until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you at the movies. If you like this review and you want to see more, please subscribe to the YouTube channel down below, check out our Patreon page, and find Scareworks on all your social media platforms except X. We will see you back here soon.